Okay, so just out of some thoughts is basically, I think one thing we're trying to advocate is the first quote. And this guy, Paul Proctor, is a writer. I don't know who he is in particular, but this is how I got Googled, you know, a CISO is. And you can see the first one is the one who can run the risk management organization. And Barbara has a really nice section on risk management. There's all sorts of models and theories about risk management, and I don't know if we're coming back to talk about that or not. But yeah, but Kirk and I basically will talk about the theory, but we'll also say sometimes, you know, and you've got to know the theory. You really need to know it. But the point is sometimes when you're sitting there with your problems in your lap or in your in-basket or on your email or being yelled at in your ear, you've got to kind of stand back on a high level and say, okay, how do I approach this and mitigate the risk? So that's the first one. And the second one, I'm not going to read this to you, but it's basically it's essentially saying that security professionals need to be business savvy and also need to have essentially the qualifications in that space, because when you're talking security, you're mainly talking about the enterprise. You're not talking about the technology. But on the other hand, you will get ambushed, I guarantee it, on technology issues. I've had it happen. Kirk's had it happen. You go into a room with a bunch of really smart networking people and they start talking about bits and bytes and packets. You still need to know that. So this one textbook you guys are going to use, Crutch and Vines, I use that for my CISSP. It's a very good book. It gives you a really decent overview on the whole level, but if you really need to, if you want to pursue it, we might have some other recommendations for it I can pass on, like just getting Network Plus either certified or read the books just so you understand the network side.
And by the way, just if you're interested as a career, CISOs now on average are starting to make more than CIOs as CTOs. They're starting to make C-level salaries.
But on the hourly wage, it's like down to
Yes,
like 25 cents an hour. Okay,
So, are there any quick questions to close out? Any questions anybody wants to ask? We just kind of wanted to give you a brief sort of row through the lake of CISO, what it looks like, some of the feel and touch stuff that's going on with it, to whet your appetites or to make you feel a little discouraged maybe. But you shouldn't. It's an interesting and an exciting field, and at the very least, it's a discipline that you'll be pleased to have in your sort of background to be able to wade through your other professional careers.